I said that wrong. He can't go 5 seconds without being around this lady. He told them he was finna walk her to her car. Next thing you know, they see them together at the end of the episode in Uptown. I said, now if y'all don't want people to know or discover or whatever that y'all been messing around the entire time, even before Doug's accident or whatever, you might want to stay away from each other, or at least stay away from each other in public. Here they is. He got to show up wherever she at. He watching her like a hawk. I said, yeah, girl, you got a problem on your hands because he don't feel hard. He don't feel hard, but hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life of Chesty for Beyond the Gates, October 8th, 2025. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's new episode down below. What did y'all think? Let me know. I don't think I did the summary. I'm gonna do a quick summary. I can't remember if I did the summary or not, y'all. But okay, Martin was still trying to turn himself in. Malone and the dealer are gonna disappear at this point. Jacob noticed that the dealer was the last person with Doug, so he wanted to question him. And I said, but if he keep on replaying the video, he'll discover more than just the dealer being there. He definitely will, because it started glitching and stuff. You can tell that it's been edited. You definitely can. Smitty and Martin ended up agreeing to date night as well as couples therapy. Nicole and Danny were just talking about the men in their life as well as Joey and Vanessa. And the last thing is that Donnell and Jacob end up walking in on Vanessa and Joey seeing. But like I said, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. We finna dive into the review. So it's the beginning of the episode, and Malone was just talking to the dealer and stuff like that. I said, now what he doing there? I said, both of y'all need to be getting up out of there before Joey make both of y'all disappear, because I feel like both of them loose in. Both of them are loose in. I said, y'all better get going while you still got the chance. Malone over here trying to warn the dealer. I think they said, did they say his name was Drake? I don't know if they said his name was Drake or what, but either way it go, you need to go. Either way it go, you need to go. For real, I was like, yo, that he went tell he can't find you. He can't find you. I said, you better make a run for it. But yeah, I said you better make a run for it or something. Shoot, they out here standing around. Malone still think that he got all this power. He let you know when you said you was finna retire and leave what he had planned. You should know. Maybe he working on his own plan or whatever. I said, shoot, I be going. You ain't find me. But yeah, Malone was just talking to the dealer. Donnell was saying they were still looking at the video. He was saying how he was hoping to see Doug have a moment of clarity, you know, understand what was going on and stuff like that. Smitty ends up asking Martin what's wrong with him trying to turn himself in. He not gonna do it. He was just, the whole scene with them was about him reminding Martin that, you know, it's not just about you. What about the kids? What about our family? What about, you know, Anita and Vernon and everybody, even Bill? You know, despite me having, you know, feelings about Bill. Despite me having feelings about Bill or whatever, it's still Bill, Vernon, Anita, everybody could go to jail. He still to myself, I'll just focus on you. I'll just focus on you or whatever, and proving that I'm the man that, you know, you fell in love with. All this extra stuff. You talking crazy. The man don't you talking crazy. Before you even said anything about turning yourself in and stuff like that, he has a right to be upset. Yeah, true enough. True enough. But the dude he did come out there, you know, you shouldn't have lied. You shouldn't have lied. I think he thought that he was going to turn him in. That's just what it was. He thought he was going to turn him in. He thought he was going to snitch or whatever. But yeah, he over here just study begging him to myself, I'm just focused on you and all this. So you don't care about the other folks that's involved to try to help you out. See, that's why you can't get involved in people's foolishness. Well, I ain't going to say foolishness because the dude was trying to come out the Vernon and stuff, and he was looking after him and stuff. But yeah, it's like they over here doing all this to protect you, and you over here trying to snitch. You trying to turn yourself in. He don't text Jacob because Smitty started to think that he was trying to manipulate him. He's like, I should have seen this coming. He just started going on and on. He's like, I'm not trying to manipulate you. He still wouldn't listen. So he took out his phone. He showed the text message. This fool don't went text Jacob. Excuse me. Talking to us. Talking to us. This fool don't went text Jacob talking about so he need to meet with him and stuff like. You know, if you tell Jacob anything, Jacob is on the case. What they say, Chase is on the case, Jacob on the case. You over here snitching stuff. Anytime you tell this man anything, it's like a light bulb go off. But not enough for him to do his doggone job. He got call in cat. I say he shouldn't text him nothing, but he ended up texting him back saying, never mind or whatever. Like, that ain't gonna make anything suspicious. Smitty also ended up telling him about Joey. Like, Joey not gonna take lightly today. What about your family and stuff like that? And he was like, he still wanted to turn himself in. So they eventually agreed that he wasn't gonna turn himself in. So they was trying to work on things because Smitty still has his concerns. He still don't trust him or whatever. I said, just leave. You're doing better off leaving at this point. Because what the world? But they did agree to go to couples therapy and stuff like that. And what else? They agreed to have date night, I think every week. They agreed to have date night or whatever. So that's all that happened with them. Let's see who else. Let's get Danny and Nicole out the way. Danny and Nicole. So with them, they was just talking about Vanessa and the fact that she's grieving. She was still talking about Andre and her marriage and Ted and Carlton. Nicole was saying how she closed off the love or whatever because, look at what Ted did. Look at what he did or whatever. So Danny was trying to convince her not to give up and just to try. And she talking about her and Carlton just friends. She was like, she don't give her friends a kiss on the lip. I said, right, exactly. I said, exactly, or whatever. But yeah, she was just saying how, she not looking for anything serious. They was talking about Vanessa and Doug, whether or not they had something going on. She was like, she don't think they have anything going on, but if they don't, they finna. If they don't, they finna. He can't stay away from her. He can't stay away from her. And that leads me back to them. Let's go back on over here to them. So they started replaying the video. Vanessa felt some type of way. She don't want to watch it no more. She was like, she had to go. She was like, she had to go. It makes no sense to keep replaying and stuff like that. He did what he did. He had a problem and stuff like this. She want to tell him everything, but she don't tell him everything. Joy came in to my son. Yeah, my ex dealer or whatever, he coming. I said, dude, they finna sit you there. You better get up out of town. I said, you better go and go. But yeah, he over here talking and stuff. And she was just upset. So she was like, she finna leave. She can't stay because he still wanted to talk to the dealer to learn, did he know what Doug was thinking? I said, only Doug knew what Doug was thinking unless he just flat out said, I'm thinking this or whatever, or something like that. But yeah, the dealer just came in to my son. He was just focused on winning and all this other stuff. He said exactly what Joey wanted him to say. He said exactly what Joey wanted him to say. He called Malone in because he wanted to make sure he did what he told him. I said, you old flunky, you. Ain't that what they say? You flunky. He over here using you. He done use you to do his dirty work and he finna get rid of you. You over here being foolish, doing his dirty work and he finna eliminate you. What else? Did I say the part already about Vanessa saying she was finna go? And then Joey's like, I'll walk you to your car. How you go from walking her to her car? First of all, why you always popping up? Why is you always there? Like, that ain't suspicious enough. If Jacob didn't know, he know now. He know now. He always attached to her side for a reason. But yeah, so how you go from saying you're going to walk her to her car to y'all done walked all the way over here to Uptown? I said, did you walk her to Uptown? You said you was walking her to a car. So next thing you know, Donnell was still upset even after the conversation with the dealer and stuff. Jacob told the dealer not to leave town. So then he was like, I don't know what Donnell was like, he didn't get the answers he was looking for or something, he said. So he was like, Jacob offered to take him to go get some food. I said, that's the scene they showed in the promo where they showed Donnell asking Vanessa what she was doing there. So they end up coming there, and that's when they see them together. But they weren't doing it. But they basically, I don't know if they seen them all up close to each other and stuff. Because he over here, somebody he wanted to comfort her, after the memorial and all this other stuff. I said, she done did it. I was cracking a joke. I was like, Gary, don't put it on, man. He can't stay away. He can't stay away. He don't want nobody talking about you. He was talking to Bill crazy and stuff. I said, Gary, you done did the thing, girl. You got him hooked. You in danger, but you done got him hooked. But yeah, I was like, girl, look, do y'all see how he acting? I said, girl, you better not do nothing. He gonna take you out too. He's falling for you. I don't know if he love you or not, but he definitely falling for you. But yeah, when Jacob was looking at the video, because Donnell and Vanessa was talking, and he was making faces. I'm like, he see something off. He see something off. He talking about some maybe not. We can still talk to the dealer. You ain't see the dealer all them other times. I thought he seen that it was glitching and stuff. I thought he was saying the timestamp don't match or something like that. No. But yeah, I don't know if he gonna go back to the police station after Donnell leave or what and start replaying it, and then he gonna put two and two together because if you notice, it's glitching. It has to be glitching for a reason, and not just that. It's supposed to have timestamps. So from the time that the accident happened, not from the time it happened, but up into the time when the accident happened or whatever, they should be able to tell. Let me see if I skipped anything. Smith tells Martin to think about Joy and what he'll do. That's when Smitty thought that he was trying to manipulate him. Let's see. I already said Nicole said her and Carlton were just friends. Vanessa tells Joy she can't. What she telling she can't? She told she can't something. She told Joy. Oh, Joey ends up telling Vanessa it's not her fault. Doug brought it on himself. I mean, technically, he did bring it on himself. Because if you see how people dangerous and stuff, you ain't supposed to go doing no crazy stuff or threatening to tell on them or nothing like that. Duh. Now, if you wanted to do something, you should have went stole off. You should have hit him or something when you seen him, your wife all up on him and stuff. But no, you left. Like the carrot you were or are, because I don't think he did. But yeah, I was like, that was the time for you to do something if you was really about it. If you really was willing to take the risk or whatever, because they do say all he got to do is press the button and somebody come in or whatever. I said, he'll have a hard time getting to that button, does I said, you had plenty of time to handle him. You had plenty of time to handle him. Shoot, throw that chair or something, hit him. Like, shoot, by the time the people come, you already be out of there. But no, now you did, allegedly. That's it, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces, have a good rest.